a stern warning to Iran.
The United States conducting a new round of strikes against Iran,
Which he said it is very possible that they will never learn.
If that happens, the Islamic Republic of Iran will no longer exist.
And cue the fire. Iran just put America in a box. And I know us as Americans. It's the 4th of July. That cannot be the case. You cannot put us in a box. We put other people in boxes. I said, oh yeah, how's the Strait of Hormuz doing? Good, except for the fact that nothing is going through it. And now Iran is upping the ante. Choke Hormuz. And pretend that this here is Hormuz. It's not. This is actually the classic whip, SPF 30, that I'm not going to use on my face today. So before Trump, it was like this, okay? You guys could get all of your Hormuz. Now, that's going to fall right on the keyboard. Now they're capping it. Hold on. Okay. Got it. Oh, and by the way, this smells like vacation. Now we have Cap Hormuz sends oil higher. Trump needs to respond, which he currently is. Breaking news, he's currently threatening to wipe Iran off the face of the earth. We got the tweets now. We got the visualization of bombs. This is absolutely getting worse every single day. And I think America, this is how the game's played. You just get tired of it. You're just like, whatever, just bomb them. Well, we already did, and that didn't work. Now everyone's like, okay, just use the big one. We won't look. We know how it turned out last time. This at the same time, Iran is making statements that they want the big one. They're actually going for the big one. They're building the big one. So if you thought Iran was upset a year ago, no, you haven't seen nothing yet. Breaking news. Iranian state media, quote, no choice but to obtain the atomic bomb and drop it on America. They didn't say that, but I mean, come on. We bomb them, they bomb us, we bomb them. And the choices are brutal. You know Trump wants out of this war. Didn't go like Venezuela. Also, let me just get this Hormuz straight. Venezuela just suffered gnarly earthquakes, oil production issue. At the same time, Trump's like, let's escalate this thing. Hey, friends and families, breaking news. Do not expect those prices at the pumps. And I know politicians say they go down. I don't know. You know how this war was just going to be 2 weeks, just like the spread of the virus? I think it's going to be more than 2 weeks. I don't know. I'm just taking a guess. Iran must develop. Here it is, guys. Here's the word that YouTube does not like me to use, but I'm going to use it. Nuclear bomb, and this will protect peace and calm. Yeah, definitely. I will then be able to sleep better at night as Iran unleashes missiles on U.S. bases in Kuwait. So we just went from, let's be chill, guys, let's have peace talks. And I'm like, yeah, this isn't going to work. So we went from really not good to now even more worser. And now these guys are getting on state media and like, hey, fat guy. Hey, fat old guy that eats a lot of McDonald's and has a red face, orange face. Quote, we will certainly be equipped with more advanced systems in the coming days. They are upping it. They are calling his bluff. What do you think he's going to do? Also, biggest in history, one of the largest airlifts in history. Everything, cargo planes. Something's going on. I'm just from a friend to a friend. My sources are telling me that there's more going on now during the ceasefire than before. So could this just have been a red herring? My brain said go with red herring. A red herring's like Epstein files, right? The DOJ's like, you got to release him. Sorry, the redact. Oh, hey, looky there. The war is now back on. And more spending needs to take place and more debt needs to be issued. And more K-shaped economy and more enslavement. And welcome to the system where there are two ways to enslave a country. One is by the sword. This looks like we're doing a little bit of that. And the other is by debt, by John Adams. That is not by John Adams. No one knows, so I'm taking it for myself. But on this channel, I explain to you how this system works, what money is. Debt, because we're in a debt-based system. I do tell you, go ahead and save in assets like gold, silver, property. Then try to avoid the sword thing because governments like to rule you. Also, yesterday, I said some crazy things. And after I said them, I'm like, you know what? I kind of Googled it, did a little AI, but didn't really fact check myself. I was thinking, boy, you guys are really going to gang up on me on the debt thing. I enjoy that about our relationship. Sometimes I say things and you're wrong. I say, hey, I'm sorry. I do videos every single day for the last 9 years. And I have to deal with media that is like left or right. You want Fox, MSNBC. They are both like gigantic propaganda machines from both sides. They both have one agenda. And then I have to come in the middle and go, okay, kids, hold on. Some comments, because I read them all and I take them to heart. And I go, oh, that's some good correction. Then I think about it. Sometimes I pray about it. I'm like, that was good. And other times, why do you cry about California and New York so much if you don't live there? Well, I did for 50 years. So I have some investments there. Like 6 daughters and 6 grandkids. Well, they're starting to move because they heed the wisdom. Talk about Ken Paxton, you coward. Well, crystalline banana. In my head, I have 500 defensive arguments. Very, very good ones, too. I just want to let you know. I'm not going to use one of them. And you see, that just shows that I have grown up on this channel. Look at that, right before your very eyes. Can we just go into this? This is mind-blowing. I know it's some font here, but track with me. I'll get into the financial markets, the gold, the Bitcoin, all the fun stuff. Where are we going? Because you want to know where. I said, is this true? U.S. government issues several $1 trillion in bonds each year. Yeah, I know that. In fiscal 2024, the government issued $4.67 trillion in 24. I thought that was really bad because you have to pay all that back in your taxes. That's not good. More recently, just through the part of 2026, we're not even halfway through. They've issued $13.1 trillion. And then I asked Grok, is this true? It says yes. $13.1 trillion, not even halfway through. And it says these totals include rolling over existing debt and new borrowing. These numbers are huge. And the numbers the banks don't like, they're like, hey, can we fix this? Put it on the taxpayer. And the Treasury's like, sure. The Fed's like, absolutely. Not just that, the Treasury then buys back its debt. Talk about living in the biggest Ponzi scheme. This thing is going to burn so bad. And me just even talking about, wars and Trump, I am the president of no wars. Oh, hey, look, I just stumbled into a few of them. But the worldwide debt system is mind-blowing. And on a scale of 1 to 100, if you were just to take Rome, they were probably like a 5. I mean, how their monetary system worked, they're like, well, we'll just clip away a little, right? Well, you don't need that silver. We'll go ahead and keep that. This thing, this is 100. And that's what I try to focus on this channel. Yes, we do war, but the debt, it's not the debt that you think. The money system, it's only debt. And this is in the quadrillions. It's going to end. And I hope you have an island, not Jeffrey's Island, but I hope you and your friends have an island that you can go to. And in 2024, we were at 4 trillion for the whole year. And we're not even halfway through, and we're at 13. Let's say 26 trillion. Thought it was bad when Reagan tripled the debt. Here we go. Well, breaking news before I get to the numbers, I just want to, we're just going to end this on the rhetoric, the posturing that you're going to be seeing. Again, I don't think you've seen nothing yet in regards to the war.
Iranian regime thinks for a second that President Trump is going to stand by, while Iran continues to attack international shipping without a response, or our bases without a response. They're sadly mistaken, and they saw that loud and clear over the last few nights, where we'll continue to militarily, if needed, take down their infrastructure that they're trying to use to illegally control an international waterway. And Shannon, just one more point on that. That's not just the United States. That's the entire international community, a UN record, 143 nations have agreed with us that this is in violation of international law. Even the Chinese government has said you cannot be taking tolls or fees. Iran was apparently relying on Oman across the waterway to help it set up this new infrastructure. And now Oman just yesterday has rejected the idea of tolls or fees. So they're completely isolated here.
Okay, so now the question is, well, what do I do? Buy stocks. Actually, I'll get to that. Donald Trump says buy stocks. 16, I'll circle them for you, 16 straight midterm election years, as you can see here, with drawdowns. The stock market go down. There is absolutely no exception, and now we are way up there in 2026. Expect 20%. Yes, I know this guy is telling you go hand over fist with buying stocks right now. Please wait. Same advice, not financial advice, just paper trading advice I gave to you on Bitcoin. When Tom Lee is like, it was what, 111,000? He's like, it's going to 250. I'm like, guys, this is when you get out. And buy at the end of 2026. We're not at the end yet. These are just market cycles. But let's listen to the president.
You better go out and buy stock now. Let me tell you, this country will be like a rocket ship that goes straight up. This is going to be numbers that nobody's ever seen before.
Let me help you with this. The S&P 500. You better not go out and buy stock right now. I've been showing you this. We're in a pattern. This is like a megaphone pattern. And then when we broke out, I'm like, okay, you can go long there. Now we have a double top, and we have a head and shoulders. You break this, we go all the way down to 6. And for my investor friends, guys, be like Warren Buffett down here. He's currently at 75% cash. He understands, and this is the highest cash he's had. I mean, the highest, 60%. This cat is 75% cash because he knows there's going to be a drawdown. I think that might be a good spot if you want to go long. And there's a thing called timing the market. I mean, at least get in the correct inning. Even if you don't want to trade every day. I trade every day. I like to see my digits go up every day. Trading for me is like fishing. I don't even have to do it. I really enjoy doing it. Investing is pathetically boring. And when I can come to you and say, okay, that move on gold was unhealthy. Okay. So it's gonna go ahead and it's gonna give it all back to maybe like right there. So learn trend lines like that. It's like I've said from the beginning of this channel, always buy gold. Go ahead. Maybe buy some more right here. See, this is healthy. Up and down, up and down. That was not. Always gives that back. I always see in the comment section, when buy gold, what you want me to do the TA for you, which I do, but I want you to do it. You start here by learning about it. And to be honest, I don't know a single person that hasn't had their digits go up after they learn this. Don't get me wrong. People are like, how do I plug in my computer? And then I'm like, okay, my digit went down. And then I'm like, okay, take a screenshot of your last trade. How do you do that? When they finally are able to do that, I'm like, what did you do? Then I look up their name, Marcus from Dallas, Texas, and I look up their name to see like how much of the course they've gone through. It's like 3%. For my investor friends on the NASDAQ, you just need just a little bit of knowledge. One, you got a double top up there. Not a good time. Number two, that right there, that was overbought, okay? You follow this. Overbought means everyone was all in right here. Where do you think everyone's at right now? We are so overvalued. Yes, I know. Oh, the stock market went up or whatever. It's just like so stupid. Within they take one day. Guys, look. This is when it was overvalued here. Right here, okay? Where do you think we're at here? Anywho, this is a negative divergence, things that you need to know as an investor. Do you notice the market has been going up? It's going to correct. So now it's corrected to here. It needs to correct at least down, you want the exact number, 26,113. For my investors, you can buy there. For my traders, and you're on the daily, you're not trading this. This is the no-no zone. Although you have an 85% chance you're going to go down and touch that. It's just how it is. Please scratch that. You have a 100% chance it's going to come down and touch the 200. This is crazy. If you have to wait for that, trade every day. Over here, you move this to the 2-minute, just like that. Then you and I, see, no zone. We're not in it. It goes lower. We're going to trade this. On Friday's trading, it was like, oh, you start off in the no zone. So you guys weren't even in this. Since I have to be totally honest with you, I actually did. It was too much of a movement down. I grabbed some of it. And then I was like, right about here, I'm like, you have a pattern. You're going up. Kept buying the bottom of this and then out and then out and then out. And then it did this. This was an institutional candle. Got you above the 200, didn't it? And you could have played the candle game. Green, red, green, all the way up. And even if you wouldn't have taken part in all of this, you would have just stuck to my rules. You would have entered right here. Have the same little pattern color change, and you'd enter right there. Let's say you just took this to there. That's it. It's just easy. One contract, you're up 2,230. Ta-da. It's just by following my rules. If you're like, but I don't have time, well, then just do my swing trade. And then do this. I'm running a quick one-day sale. Stock screener, $60. You click button, you're like, here they are. And then do yourself a favor and stop listening to this.
150 target.
Yeah, 150, maybe 200, even 250 this year.
What?
Essentially permanent holders of Bitcoin coming in. So should be good.
Can easily get to 200,000 before year end. I know it's a big move. It's almost a double, but that's also going to be
almost a double
tailwind
from here. Let's just hold on. Let's just take a quick pause. A double from here. So everybody's listening to this. We're at $111,000, and you think we, by Christmas time, effectively, we could be at 200,000?
That's right.
Well, I think it's still very likely that Bitcoin's going to be above 100,000 before year end, and maybe even above one to a new high.
I think crypto prices have bottomed.
I think Ethereum, which is around 3,000, can easily get to 9,000, 7,000 in early 2026.
Why do you even try with Bitcoin or Ethereum?
So here's my predictions, like it has been for over a year. Buy Bitcoin towards the end of the year. I know. Get heat on that. Buy gold and silver whenever you want. Definitely lower. Learn the charts. Just accumulate lower. Because the government will always print bonds, and we will always be in a debt-based system. I mean, until someone resets this thing, prices go up. So yesterday, when I said Golden Cross, wrong way. Death cross on gold. That means you're heading towards the bottom. You're not there yet. Also, so this was death cross in all the years, and then the next 6 to 12 months, it's up. I try to give you warnings, like, okay, we're getting there. Like, what are we, June? So November, December, crypto. Let these markets just bleed out. Get ready for the swing trade. Like April 1st. Remember April 1st? I said, I know some people that are going in with like $1 million plus on a swing trade. We're not there. We're up. We're up. And I'll let you know. That's why you click subscribe. And with that, I love you. I will see you tomorrow.